Hello, I am the Canadia reviewer, and welcome to a new video review presented by the Transformers fan page. And this time we've got...
Not so fast!
Who are you, and should I report you for breaking and entering?
I come to you from the past. I am the future Canadia reviewer.
You were from the past?
Yes, I was doing a few things in the past, some things I can't talk about. But I have come to the present, and later on I will be back to the later on.
And you're here... why?
I've come from over 200 years ago
That's impossible in all sense of logic.
to tell you to stop this review already in progress. You see, you can't review Beast Hunter Shockwave because of the simple reason that...
That's not till later.
Wait, who did what?
Well, today I'm reviewing Transformers Hunt for the Decepticons Payload.
Oh. Well, then I guess it's time to go. Return to the future! By the way, Avengers 2 not as good as Avengers 560. Well, it's time to go.
Blink! What just happened? Okay, alt mode. And here's Transformers Hunt for the Decepticons Payload in his alt mode, which you can also call him a Tonka truck. But if you think he's in scale, sorry if this Tonka truck's a little dirty, I haven't used it for nothing. Yeah, that is definitely not in scale. This is a bulldozer, this is like a really oversized dump truck in reality, so it's not like it can really be used for anything like that. In scale purposes, you can still play around with it. I mean, does it matter to kids what size this is and what size the bulldozer is? Not really, so... whatever. I do like this bulldozer. I like the little gimmick to where it actually does lift up the little shovel thing, so that's kind of cool. Just a little added bonus feature that they did not really need to add in. Nice Decepticon logo on the one side, apparently. There are a few problems, one being is that the tires are on a couple of joints due to transformation, and sometimes they like to open up, as you just saw. That's really my only biggest complaint, other than it kind of feels like something's about to snap when I do this, but it doesn't actually... I don't think it will. Now, what's cool about this is you can also get this little mode that I like to call Axe Mode, to where you can move up the shovel, and now when you clip these back in, the shovel can go stabby stabby. You can also pull out the hands, but that's kind of like a big whoop kind of thing. And I do like it. I like the paint scheme, and it's not bad. Another unfortunate side is that this likes to come off, and the little grill thing, not grill, but whatever, the bars like to pop off, or not like to pop off. They feel like they're gonna break off eventually because they're just on little pieces of thin plastic. And kind of like the stairs going up to here, that's kind of neat. And because of the, not stairs, but the ladders on the side, it kind of gives you a little hint of the scale that this dump truck actually is. This is a real dump truck, I know, these exist. But for like a little kid, they don't really know 100% about this dump truck, so it's kind of cool for that. Let's go on to robot mode! And here's Hunt for the Decepticons Payload in his robot mode, and as you can tell, this guy is huge. Like, he's probably bigger than Dark of the Moon Shockwave, bigger than probably Bludgeon. Not really for the size, but like how tall he is, but for the real brute size to him, like how much mass is really in this guy. It's actually really big, and all he wanted to be was a ballerina. It's kind of cool with the articulation, you know, it's not bad. There is some nice hydraulic details right here, so that's kind of cool. And also on the feet, there's a little bit of hydraulic details that move whenever you move the feet, so that's absolutely exquisite. And if you think that's it for the Mecha Live gimmick, his head, when his head rotates, I don't know if you can see that in the chest. Let me try and put some light onto that. Hold on. There you can see, whenever you move the head, look at the centerpiece of the chest, you can actually see that rotate. So it'd be like, no, 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 I don't want the spinning chest, no, 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 no. And in case you're complaining about the lighting, I'm doing this on purpose to show you guys the light piping on this. When I first did this, the camera didn't pick it up. Like, I put it on the computer and it didn't show. So I'm hoping it shows now. By the way, dun 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 Terminator. In case you're wondering where I got this guy, I got it at the Victoria's Ultimate Hobby and Toy Fair, presented by Cherry Bomb Toys. So thank you guys. If you think that's it, you just pull these out, and notice a lot of people have it like this, whatever. And you push this little button and BAM! BAM! And also there's a couple of different ways how you can have the backpack. You can push this in and just fold that down just a little bit, and that will stop it from being loose, because this backpack piece will be very loose if you have this down all the way, as you can see. Not only that, these things can kind of peg in down below like that, and when you move the arms, they kind of come down, which is kind of neat. That face looks weirder than Shockwave. Hey! Yes, I should agree. Hey. Personally, I like to have the axes out and fold these in. It just makes it look a little more accurate. And even though it does kind of cause some problems and doesn't look 100% right, I kind of keep the backpack like that. There's also another problem to where this likes to plug into that, and it's supposed to. There's a little rectangular tab right here that fits into the hole, but when you do that, the waist piece doesn't like to go stay in. So I usually just have this out so that the waist piece can lock in a little bit more securely. It doesn't lock in as well as I hoped, but at least it's not bad. He is a pretty big brute and really nicely done. I'm really liking the mold. So if you're not really into some of the newer figures, especially with Dark of the Moon, and you skipped out on this guy, that I would definitely recommend this guy. This guy really got me into Transformers once again. So anyways, let's go to the overall review. So overall, am I very confused on the beginning of this video? Absolutely. But would I highly recommend Transformers Revenge of the Fallen? Hunt for the Decepticons Payload? Absolutely, it's a fun little toy. I recommend Long Haul, just because of that nostalgia feel. But I would also recommend this guy. If you want this guy, go ahead and get him. I wish there was a little bit more yellow in the head, but overall it's not bad. Anyways, I am the Canadia reviewer. I'm going to eat some bacon!